guys, today we're going to do a little prep work for an upcoming tutorial that we have. And so I wanted to come on and show you a little bit of what I'm doing to kind of prep these little skillies with their top hats. So we are going to be using this little plastic skeleton head. I got these from fun.com. They have the small ones in stock, but they did not have the big ones at the time I bought these. They may now. But pretty much once Halloween stuff starts coming out, any place you can find these little plastic scullies, that's what we're going to be using. And then I'm going to be taking a Christmas top hat that we had in the shop. We've got a few left. And we're just going to modify this for our Halloween. So I'm just going to take and clip the wire off of this little pick. And then I'm going to take my scissors and I'm just going to cut this little piece of fabric. We're going to take it off. Okay. And then I'm going to be using a little piece of this ribbon. You can use any ribbon that you like. So let me just cut a little piece of this. Okay, I'm gonna find, it really doesn't matter on this one where the back is. We'll just pick a spot. So I'm gonna do about right there. I'm gonna put some glue on my ribbon. And then just wrap it all the way around. Just pulling it tight. And then when we get back to this side, I'm just going to fold it. Add my hot glue. Try not to burn myself. There we go. And just hold it. Now these ones that we had in the shop do have a hole right here, so you could definitely put some foam in here if you wanted, and you could decorate the top, have something coming out of the hat. I'm not going to, but that is definitely an idea of something that you could do. And then now we have our little cute little top hat. You can embellish it with whatever you want. I think I'm going to use one of these just to give it a little bit of bling. So I'm going to pay attention to where my back is, and these are just little brooches that I got off Amazon. So I'm just going to pin this, and you could cut this part off and glue it if you wanted. But I'm just going to pin it that way after Halloween, if I decide to do something else with these top hats, I can reuse these brooches. And I didn't get that quite centered, so let me do it again. I'm going to get it a little bit more centered. Try not to poke myself like I did the last time. There we go. And since these are going to be used in my Halloween tree, I'm not going to worry about gluing it in. If I was going to use it in a wreath or something I was going to sell, I would definitely, you know, glue it just to give it some extra support, but I'm not. So now we have our little top hat. I'm going to perform a little surgery on this. So we're just going to peel this piece off here. I'm just going to take my bolt cutters and I'm going to cut this wire right here in the center. and take that out. That way it gives us something to kind of push down on his head. I'm going to go ahead and glue this back on there now. Okay, very carefully push that down. Let me use my scissors. Okay, so I'm gonna set that aside for just a second. I'm gonna take a little piece of felt sheet or foam sheet. You could use felt. Just to help this top hat stay on him a little better. I'm just gonna glue this on there like that. And I want my hat a little to the side. Put it on there however you want it. I'm just gonna push that down. And I'm gonna hold it for a second. And after this dries, I'll add a little bit of glue just around underneath, just for a little extra support. So let me just add a little bit on the sides here. It's not going to sit all the way flush on his head. Again, since I'm using this in my tree, I'm not worried about that. If I was going to use them in a wreath or a centerpiece or something, you could definitely add some gaps and cracks under here or a little piece of foam and you can embellish it. But he's super cute just like that. Okay, so now we're going to add some little eyeballs. Now I wish I would have had bigger eyeballs, but I don't. So I'm just using what I have. And so I have these cute little pink eyeballs. So my theme is going to be pink and orange and black. So I given him some little pink eyeballs. Let me put those over here. I'll kind of hold it for a second. There we go. And those are easy enough. They're just a little bit of glue. If I find some different eyeballs later, if I want to reuse this after I take it out of my tree and put it in a different Halloween design, I can always pop these out and add some different eyeballs. But for what I'm using it for, it's perfect. So I've got a few of those already done up. Those are going to go in my tree. And let me show you how to change up one other item that's originally a Christmas item. And we're going to use it in our tree. So I have these little cupcakes. These little cupcake picks. And they are originally Christmas. They have the little, it's kind of the same little poinsettia on top. So I'm just going to pull that off. I'm going to pull these little star flakes if I can. If not, I'm not too worried about those. Might be able to just clip it. Yeah, I'm just going to clip these. Do one more. Okay, so I've clipped all that off, and now what we're going to do is we're just going to take some little, well, some little spiders. And I'm going to add a spider up here. You can we can maybe add a couple. You can't even tell where I Can't even tell where I cut those off really. Let's add one more. Add that one down here. So now we've transformed our little cupcake into Halloween. If you wanted to add, I mean, you could add eyeballs on here. You could add like little bats. I mean, you name it. Whatever you want to do to dress it up and make it more Halloween, but the pink goes with my theme, so this is what I'm going to be using. Stay tuned for the tutorial. Hi guys, Melissa here at TCG Crafts. Today we're going to be making over our tree. So earlier in the year we transitioned this from Valentine's to Easter. I finally got around to taking the Easter stuff down, and now we're going to transform it into our Halloween tree. So you can see there's still a lot of pink. I left everything pink still in the tree. That's because our colors are going to be the pink, the orange. I'm going to bring in a little bit of teal or turquoise. But those are going to be our color schemes. So all the stuff that was pink that was previously in our Easter tree, I've left. If we want to pull them out as we're decorating, we can, but they go along with what we're doing today. So let's get started. We are going to start with our star of our show, which is this cute little skeleton. Now, I don't know where I got him. Probably off Amazon. I had him from last year. So let's get him positioned where we want him in the tree. And I kind of want him front and center. So now I'm going to move this for now. So the way I kind of want this right here to be more of my front, just because it faces the camera when I'm recording. So it may look a little off to you in the camera, but this is kind of going to be the front right here. So I know I want him sitting in here. We're going to take some of the twist ties from the tree and just wrap it around him. I'm not going to do very many. No one's going to really be bothering this tree, so he's not going to go anywhere. Okay. So I'm going to move these flowers for now. I found a hidden bunny that I didn't take out, so let's get him out of the way. Okay, so we've got our cute little skelly holding his little pumpkin. Now I added his little top hat and his little bow tie just out of the ribbons that we're going to be using. So let's get our other skullies in. So we're going to be using these cute little skeleton heads. I got these off of fun.com. You can check Amazon. I'm not sure. I'll look and see if I can find any for you. And then we transformed our top hat. So I have a little mini tutorial just on how we did that. Super easy. And I just tied in some of the ribbons that we're going to be using. So let's get these placed where we want them. So I'm thinking one down in here. I'm going to go ahead and move this for now. So I've got 4 of these. So let me see where I want the other one. me put this other orange one down here. And again, I'm just setting them there just because I don't have any little ones that's going to be messing with the tree, so it's not going to go anywhere. But you can definitely take the little pine ties and just wrap it like around the jaw, or you can get some little zip ties or pipe cleaners and do the same thing, just run one through the jaw and then tie it to the tree. So let me see where I want this last one. Okay, I think that's good. So now let's go, before we get too crazy, let's get our bow, because I know I want a bow up in here. So we are going to be using this super pretty fair silk black and white check. It's got the little pink on the edge, and then I'm going to tie in this fair silk. So this one we do have, I think, maybe a few left in the shop. This one came from Babam Wreaths. So Amy at Babam had this. I don't know if she still has any. I ordered it right when she came out, so I'm not sure if she still does or not. But let's do a big bow up here. So I'm just going to bring this down. Pinch it. Okay. Those loops are pretty good size. So let me go in with our, let me get a pipe cleaner. Now I'm going to go in with our 2.5. Pinch it. Make a loop. And then pinch it again. I'm going to keep those tails long just because I don't know yet how I want the tails. So I'm going to go ahead and just take a pipe cleaner and cinch off my middle here. Okay. And I'm going to take that pipe cleaner and try to tie it around either one of these stems or one of these picks in here. I think I want this to kind of come in right in here. So I'm just going to take one of these pine ties and sort of wrap it around there to hold it. Loop right here. Again, I'm just using the tree pine tie to just kind of wrap around there. let me cut those. I'm going to go ahead and dovetail this. And then this one I'm going to fold up. So a little bit of that pink is showing. Okay. And these, kind of don't want to hide Mr. Skelly, so we may have to move him. Let me roll this one up. And then I'm going to cut that one shorter. He's kind of hidden, so I'm going to move him a little bit. There we go. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit more ribbon on this side over here. So I only have just a little bit of this left. So let's maybe add like a single loop. Okay. Okay, so my storage had ran out on my Mevo, so hopefully we didn't lose too much of what we've done, but I'll recap in just a second just to make sure. Okay, so I'm just grabbing a pipe cleaner. So I just made a one loop of each. That's all I had left of that black and white ribbon. So I'm just going to twist it off. And I'm going to tie it into branch right back here. And I'm going to roll these ends up. It is double-sided. I want that pink to show. And then I'll give those a dovetail. I don't have any more of the black and white ribbon. I do have some of this ribbon left if we wanted to do maybe down here. I've been having problems with my neck from my shots that I get, so if I'm looking a little weird when I'm trying to bend down, that's why. Let's do a loop up here. think I have just enough to maybe do one more. Nope. Have like a little tail. So, let's see. I'll just put it down here. There we go. Okay, so now we're going to go in and we're going to add some more of these little pumpkins. So let's put one right here. And I think I brought 7 of these. You step back and see. Okay. Let's put one right in this section right in here. Now, I don't decorate the back because you're not going to see it. I'll kind of do to the side. But I'm not going to worry about the back of it. So we've got a couple more. Got a hole there, but we've got the pumpkin right there, so I'm just talking out loud so you guys can hear my thought process. I kind of want a triangle pattern, so I think I'm going to move this ball and put that right there. So now I kind of got my triangle there, I've got a triangle here, so we need one right over in here. Move this ball back here for now. Okay. So let's add in, before we get too much in here, I want to add a few of these little harlequin sprays that we have. Trying to avoid not bringing out my ladder. Good thing I'm a little tall. Let's do one right back here. Okay. Now we're going to come to the side. Let's do one to the other side. Okay, I've got 2 more. we want to, you can always cut these into sections. So we might do that, but let me see. I'm not thrilled about this section right here because we still have a hole, but we've still got some things to add. So let's just wait a second before I get too ahead of myself. So I have this little sign. I can add it back here. I've got a couple of those. That kind of helps fill in the hole a little bit. So let's tuck a few of these in. Tie this around. Branch back here. Let's do one. Kind of peeking out right there. And one on this side. Over there. All right. Now let's go in with our little eyeball ice creams. So here we're going to pull in a little bit of the color from this sign. So it's going to be a little bit of the teal, turquoise, whatever you want to call this color, with our pink and our orange still, and our black and white. So we're going to pull in some ice creams. So these are ornaments. They do have little hangers on them, but I am just going to tuck them in if I can. So let's see. And I think I brought 7 of these as well. So I try to work in odd numbers, if possible, if I have enough to do that. So let's see, we still kind of have a little bit of a hole. Maybe we can tuck this ice cream back behind there. Okay, let's see. So we've got here. Let's do one over here. Got 3 more. Sorry, y'all, I thought I took all the tags off, but I did not on these. Just got to cut them off real quick. Let me go ahead and just do the other one live over here. So let's see, we need one back here. And I think we need one down. I can get the rest of this tag off. Maybe right there. But I've kind of got 2 right together right there, so I don't know about that. We're just gonna leave it. Gonna hang it right. Okay, let's see. I've got some little cupcake picks. So I also did a little tutorial just on how we took, these were actually little Christmas cupcakes, and we just took the Christmas stuff off and added some little spooky spiders. So let's add a few of these in here. One more over here. There we go. Okay, now we have some little curly picks that match our pumpkins. So we're going to add some of these in here. I'm just going to kind of pull them out a little bit. Lost her comb. Add one right up here. We'll start kind of trying to fill in some of our holes. Need one over here. Okay, I've got a few more of these. Down towards the bottom. One right in there. 2 more. Step back. It's always hard to tell until you step back later and then look at it, and then you'll see all your little holes. Right. Okay. Now, what next? Let's see. I brought in some little of the black cotton candies. I think we may use a few of these in here. How that went in there. Let's add one more. You know what, on this one, I only have 4 of these, so I'm just going to use all 4. We'll just kind of tuck one, maybe more towards the back. This guy here. Don't like this one like that, so let's see where else we can put it. We'll put it up there. Okay. Now I have some of these black honey locust sprays. I have a few of these, so let's try to tuck a few of these in. Just spreading them out. Move this pumpkin. I only have a couple more, so let's see. Right back here. Let's do one on this side. Up in here. I lost for a sign and a skeleton. and get him back up in there. I may wrap this around his jaw. Just going to kind of push that in there. And let's get this slime back in here. There we go. Okay, got one more. Let me step back so I can see. I think we need one right up in here. I wish I would have had more of those, but that's all I had, so we're just gonna go with it. Now I have just some little, these are just little leaves that came off of, I picked the flowers off of them and I saved the little leaves. So I thought these might be good just to kind of tuck in. Bring in a little bit more of that black color. So it's good to hang on to this kind of stuff because you never know when you can use them. This sign is too close to that sign since I moved it, so let me find another spot for it. There we go. I think I'm going to switch out this ball with a larger one. Couple more of these. Okay. Like this ornament, it's larger, so I'm going to tuck it in right there. Mr. Scully's getting hidden here. I think we're almost done. So I'm going to add a couple of these pieces that I pulled off earlier. Just kind of tuck them towards the back. Or the side, really. Where we can add these ornaments back. use these. I brought these little skull and crossbones. I thought maybe we could put them in there just to add a little bit more of the black. This tree is more fun and scary, so I don't want to add too many. I just kind of want to have them tucked in. Just add them a little pop. It's more filler, really. One more. See if I want it up here or not. I don't think I want it up there. Let's put it on the side. A couple of lollipops. Don't know if I'm going to add them. We're definitely pretty full. You could stop here. We'll go ahead and add them. Just kind of in the back. Little filler. There we go. I think for now that's it. As Halloween stuff starts coming in, I may add a few more things or change out a couple things, but I think for now this is what we're going to be working with. So I hope you guys enjoy that tutorial. Till next time. Bye guys.